1837, good luck. We get white for this one, so we'll play our knight f3 as per usual. Our opponent, 600 games of rapid, 1500 games in total for a 3-year account is not that many. Let's play the Reti for this one. We've done what? Just over 1100. So this is the Reti opening, and then against this you normally do this, just as a general guide, and this you do this, otherwise you then at risk of actually losing the pawn. You just got to watch out for this sort of diagonal attack. And it's fine to take in the center if you want to, just switch to like a normal d4 type game. So he's played c5 early. Okay, I'm going to take there then. Just still try and get myself castled. So we'll just figure out what to do with these pawns afterwards. So we'll just get castled now. Yeah, I'm wondering whether to go really bold here and just play b4 instead of b3. It's probably a blunder, of course, just giving away a pawn, but it breaks this structure up. It leaves him an isolated pawn, but it gives him 3 of them on the edge. No, I think I'm just going to stick to principle. I'll play d4 and charge the center. We're threatening to take and leave him an isolated pawn. e3 may be still playable, but a lot of these lands you can end up with a bishop annoying the rook, so it does happen. So it's risk and reward, but I need to still do this structure, I think. Just got to be prepared to move there as and when he looks for this move, it'll probably come. Okay, I'm going to now take this pawn and try and target this center pawn. Whether we get there is another matter. I like the idea of knight here and just cover the square, but I might better go in here. There's no immediate threat, is there? Here, I guess he can just push, but we've got knight across to hit the bishop. So I'm going to actually do it that way. Then maybe just delay developing the bishop. We're going to try and target the bishop here. Okay, he's played bishop down. That's a logical move. I still like the idea of playing knight across, but we've got to be a bit wary about this now. Knight in could be a bit problematic. It could, couldn't it? I'd like to go here. I could play queen up and hit the bishop. Break the pin, but I don't really want to come here. I just wonder whether to do this and then this. I'm still going to stick to this idea, play knight here, try and cover this, but I might have to kick this bishop or shift my queen the next move. I'm not sure where. Just break this pin before he gets knight across. So right now we just attack the bishop. If he pushes, I think I'm fine to take, so he just drop back. So where's my queen gonna go? Maybe just forward. I guess it invites a slight problem. Bishop up, knight down, and then it is a problem, isn't it? I could do this, but I don't think I should. I want to play the queen up. I've got to break that pin. Knight in now is covered. Or he could take and knight in, but I can drop back so we can trade things off, but that's fine. Oh, that's exactly what he's going for. So we just have to drop the queen back here then. And maybe I'm better off coming all the way back in case he pushes. Does that make a difference whether I'm here? If he ignores it and pushes. I could take a pawn. He takes and I take here, don't I? So I don't think it does, so I'll just go here. He might want to just simplify the position. He might do. Let's just see. And again, he might want to just blast the pawn and get rid of it. He might do, but there is a potential target here. Otherwise, we'd like to play knight in or bishop up, something like that. Are we in time? At least the knight guards the bishop here, so it seems like it's a move. You just got to be a little bit careful. Okay, so he's developed his rook. I don't think rook across does anything because the knight guards the pawn, so I just need to develop. So I'm going to get this bishop up with a view to coming here. I guess he's got knight in, then I can maybe activate a rook and potentially drop back this way if I need to. Or I can bring this rook across. It depends if I need to guard this pawn with this bishop being here. Knight across might be a move as well, see if he gives up the bishop, but then we get an isolated pawn as well. Risk and reward. Bishop here could be a move, but that just gives him a natural development move. But I like the idea of bishop here, maybe bishop into the centre if we get a chance. But knight down now, we probably want to be a bit safer and play rook across and reserve this one. That's probably what I'll do. But he's allowing us to push. So we can go here and then come across, I guess. So if he comes down, I guess we just play across. Or we can take here first, trade everything off and then play knight across. That could be quite nice, actually. I like the look of that. Let's play bishop here, threatening to capture the knight and attack the queen. If he takes, we take. It's not so critical when the queens are off if you've got a broken structure. It might actually give him a development move, but it looks nice if he gets double pawns here, an isolated pawn there. This has come down the board, so it's a bit harder to defend, but it could be very good for him. If I play knight here, he's got rook down, for instance, so, and here he can take and do this to us. So it could be that black's actually got the initiative here, the slight initiative could be. But that allows us surely to take. Rook takes. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I need to spend a move with this rook then. I like the idea of keeping this here to defend, but is that a bit passive? Possibly. But you can imagine if the rook's here, a lot of pressure. But if I go here, this one is a bit restricted. Yeah, but I'm going to do this one. I'll take a risk. It's a bit risky, this, but I'm threatening to take now. And if he takes anyway, I'm threatening to take this one. But there could be some sort of spectacular sacrifice here now that I've weakened the pawn. Could be. If he plays knight in, we've got to see if we can take, but right now it doesn't actually work, but it's something to consider. So knight in now, maybe just bishop in the centre. And it's well guarded if he kicks our knight, which he could do here. I guess we go here, we attack the rook. And then maybe come to f5. So what's he played? He has come down and attacked our knight, so am I okay to take here? I don't think so, because he's got rook takes. Then we take back, trade, and we lose our knight. So now I'm looking at knight across, hit the rook with a view to coming to f5. So it's got to be knight across, right? If he takes, we'd be happy. We just plant our bishop and we still got the same threat. But there's not really many other moves to consider there, so we don't need to spend a lot of time this move. Nothing else to really look at. So knight across, just attack the rook and see what he wants to do with it. If he goes here, we've got bishop up on the diagonal. He can't go there. Maybe he can come forward, maybe, but then I guess we've still got knight across and we've got the same threat to take and then hit the pawn. So he has traded. Okay, I thought I'd just take here and we got the same threat to the knight. Maybe I can go with the rook, but what's he going to do? Just push. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm just going to take the bishop and threaten to remove the knight and grab the pawn. That's a basic concept. If he goes here, takes, queen takes. If we take, we win this pawn. If he goes this way, he's got double pawns. But he would keep this one at least temporarily. As it feels like a good position for us, it feels like it. Oops. I don't know if it shows on the screen here, but the arena time is just about up now. But on lichess, the games do actually play out to the end, so they still count for your rating. It just doesn't count for the actual arena, but it will still play out. On chess.com, the game would have bought if the arena time was up. If you're playing in an arena, that's a slight difference. Wow, so he's played queen up, so he's going for this line. He's advertising he's going with the rook. Then we can just simply take here and win a pawn. And it's a clean center pawn, isn't it? And then, I mean, it's got to be the right thing to do, hasn't it? It's just, is it going to simplify it too much with him getting low on time? But there is danger in the air if I don't do it. So I think I have to take. I just hope I don't miss a trick. Here, queen takes. Has he got a nasty move? But I don't see a quick way to attack the pawn, and I can just drop my queen back, right? So I expect he'll quickly go here, and we'll take here. I could even maybe take the rook and hang both queens, but that feels wrong. Just play simple chess if you can. Just grab the pawn. If the queen comes off, to be fair, it's easy for our opponent to play as well. And we've got them on time pressure, so it might be a technical mistake, but you know, they can play a lot quicker when the queens are off the board because there's less risk for them themselves as well as for us. So it might be a bit of a mistake, but he has gone back. So he's looking at getting an attack. Now I could go here, or I could try and be greedy and grab a pawn and then come back. It's probably fine, but it's whether he's got a spectacular sacrifice. Takes, check. I just drop back, and that's nothing, is it? Rook here, I just drop back. He's going to have to move, but it's building the momentum of an attack. But a pawn's still a pawn. So I'm going to be greedy and grab the pawn and then come back. I don't think this works. I think I can just take and block, and his other rook's not active. So I think I can do it. But I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Let's find out. Oh, he's played queen back to attack this one. So it's the same sort of difference. I can go ultra safe here, but then I'm getting my queen out of the game. I don't really like the concept of a move like f4. But I could just double the rook up and guard this pawn, and double my rooks up with the same tempo, right? It looks nice, doesn't it? Actually, just here and here, it guards this, queen back for this one. And I'm trying to keep him under time pressure if I can. It's just, you've got to be a bit careful disconnecting your rooks, but I'm looking at doubling up. I'll bring the other one right across, be ultra cautious, get the queen back if needed. So he's played queen across to attack here. But I don't see an actual threat. If I come across, if he pushes, I'm fine to take, right? So just go here and hope I'm not missing something. But I'm threatening to get forward and go after his back rank now, because there's no immediate pressure on the pawn if he was here. So rook up has got to be a serious threat to black now. He'll have to spend a move like this. That's what he's done. So do we do that? Do we just eliminate this pawn first? That's probably good sense. I've got queen back as well to go ultra cautious. So here, if he takes, we check. He goes here. I've got no one move knockout, have I? So I'm actually just going to try and eliminate this pawn. Get rid of the risk of black getting a queen there. We've got a pawn. We can give it up. We've still got an extra pawn. But it's probably a theoretical draw if we lose this one, apart from the clock. Okay, now he has come across, so we can trade on our terms. So check, king here. Then maybe just queen back, offer the queen trade, but it's easier for him to attack when we've got the rook down. Oh, I don't know, is that better? Just take, check, trade, get behind our pawn. That's better. We just take and check, and then we get behind our pawn. It might be still a technical draw, but it's better for us. It's a better way of doing it. It's just whether I come behind my pawn rather than getting in front of it, because he's going to have to stay behind the pawn, but he's got 3 against 4. It's probably a technical draw, but I'm going to come this way and just run it and try and keep him under time pressure. So just run the pawn as far up as we can, at least to the 6th rank as a minimum. Then he has to keep defending it. Then eventually we can hopefully bring our king across. We've got the 6th rank, so he's got to be a little bit careful, not get his king into the open. If he does, we can try and throw some checks in, but I might just try and run the king across and not worry about all of this. Oh, he's come forward. See, if I had the pawn here now, I'd have this move, but I've got it anyway, so that might actually be the right move, but he's in time to guard. But I like the idea of just a simple king up and not letting him step forward. I've got to check if needed. So he's played forward now, so again, I could check. If I go here, what does he do? If he pushes, my rook's effectively tied down then. So what if I go here? If I check here, check, he has to take rook across. I'm wondering if I can go here across and threaten check this way. Here, down, I'm happy to take it, opens it up. I think this is actually a good move. I'm threatening to come across and chuck the pawn up and go after the king because he's advanced. Well, here I can just step up 1 and guard, but if he opens it up, it opens up checks to the king. So he's pushed with that one. That might be the same difference. If he does that, it opens up the king. Here, though, he takes check. It doesn't work for me, so let's just take. So I'm in time to check, but I can't queen. So let's push the pawn there. So we're threatening game over in 1 move. Oh, he's allowed it. He's gone the wrong way, so he's allowed the check and queen. He's getting a bit low on time, to be fair, but he had to step back to stop the check. So that just ends the game now, or it should end the game now, barring mishaps and so on, which do happen, to be fair, they do. But yeah, he had to put his king there in that first instance, so let's just drive the king back now. Or forward as the case may be. I missed that move. I don't want to blunder a stalemate. So just drop back. Now if he comes here, we just simply take, and he's got a square back. So let's step up. Down, if I take the rook, it's actually a stalemate though. That's what you've got to look out for. If we take the rook, it's a stalemate there. But we can throw a nice check in first and drive him back. Just remove that stalemate risk. Just take with a pawn. If he pushes, we can take. And that should be good enough now. Just get the pawns up the board. Keep the king on that rank. Just drive him back again. And just come up the board. And that's checkmate. Checkmate in the end. Very, very good. Let's see what it was in engine speed. Pause so we don't accidentally start another game. So we want this one. 29 moves. Oh wait, is that the wrong game? That's the wrong game. That's not the right game. Oh, it's because the arena is finished, so I'll have to come out. I'll have to come out. This was the one, wasn't it? It's 62 moves, so they're the move times for both players there. So let's put it through the analyzer. So we played the end game very well. Look at that, a forced mate in 28. Who's going to see that? You don't need to know that, do you? That's just silly engine speak. It's nice that they can calculate that though. Forced mate in 27, 28, 31. So on the whole, it looks like we played a pretty decent game. We're level though for the first 20 moves, completely level. We played, yeah, 97 against 92 on the accuracy. But see, nothing at all being flagged in this opening phase. But it's just normal, simple development moves. We're not getting crazy either of us, so just quickly flick through. But it was okay to go for this line with the trades. Okay for both. What do you see? Completely flat line level. Then here, yeah, knight e5. We should have brought the knight forward, not developing the queen. So takes was good. Taking the pawn was good. Queen h3, no, he should have traded the queen there. Taking the pawn was good. Rook d2 was good. I don't want that. So then b3 was a mistake. I should have apparently played queen back, and that was my only inaccuracy in the whole game. I should have played queen to b4. instead of a3 trying to trade the pawn. If I end up losing this pawn, you're 3 on 4 on the same side. If most of the pieces go off, it's just a theoretical draw. But we've managed to play it well. And this rook move here, it was correct to trade them off. And it was correct to get behind the pawn. And then we just marched it up the board. Get our king up so we don't risk letting his king in some sort of back rank checkmate. You can see this all good moves from both of us. He should have played the king forward here. And that might be a little bit awkward. King back to g2 is the right move, and then rook to b2. He can try and set up some sort of stalemate net, so that's what he should have done. So it was correct to trade, and then king to e5. Yeah, it just allows us the rook check. He had to come behind the pawn, otherwise we've got the check. But at this position, it's comfortable for us now. So it's just a case of not blundering this stalemate, but he creates a little stalemate idea here. If you take with a rook, the king can't move. We spotted that, and then it's just a case of converting without blundering it away. So it's nothing fancy, it's just basic, simple, straightforward chess. But that's why sometimes these accuracy figures can be a bit misleading. It's not like we played a GM level game. It's just simple, straightforward chess, and we've managed to largely avoid bad blunders. So it is what it is. Very good.